is simply Internet etiquette. Since the Internet does not have a set of rules that is established by a government or an independent agency, it can be a pretty chaotic environment. For an environment such as the Internet to be effective, those participating need to follow the etiquette that is established. Netiquette refers to an established set of rules developed by the community rather than an independent body. The community being a group of users using the web as a form of communication. Since this is a web-based class, I thought that netiquette was the perfect topic to choose for a speech. To be an effective netiquette participant, there are 10 rules to follow. Throughout the presentation, I'm going to tell you a little about all 10 rules, but really focus on 3 of the rules that I think are the most important. Those rules being the golden rule, do not type in all caps, and to be honest. Like I said earlier, there are 10 rules of netiquette. The first one being the golden rule, which means treat others as you would want to be treated. This rule applies in both life and netiquette. I think that if all internet users would follow the golden rule while posting, that the problems that we have all encountered online would no longer exist. When posting, always think, would this be something that I would find offensive? If the answer is yes, then don't post it. The next rule is a pet peeve of mine, and it is do not type in all caps. It makes people think that you are shouting at them. This is the one rule that I always try to follow. I can't stand to get an email from one of my coworkers and they have typed in all caps, because I know what typing in all caps means. I don't think that there aren't very many people out there who doesn't know what typing in all caps actually means. Please, if you get anything out of this presentation, please remember this rule. The third rule I think is the most important is to be honest. Please don't fake website statistics or pretend to be someone else. Recently, there was a trial about the suicide of Megan Muir. One of her friend's mothers created a fake MySpace account with the fake name of Josh Evans. Megan and Josh became friends, although they never met or spoke on the phone. One day, Josh told Megan that he could no longer be friends with her because he heard how she treated her friends. There were other hurtful messages sent from Josh, and on October 15, 2006, Megan committed suicide. Lori Drew, who was Josh, was indicted on May 15, 2008 on 1 count of conspiracy and 3 counts of accessing protected computers without authorization to obtain information to inflict emotional distress. This should be an example of what can happen if you pretend to be somebody else on the internet. You never know what the other person could do. The other 7 rules are: no flaming. Flaming is a form of verbal abuse when you intentionally attack or disrespect somebody. Respect others. Copyrights. Copying the works of someone else without permission will not only ruin your online reputation, but could come with hefty fines and lawsuits. Don't spam. Spam is the flooding of the internet with many copies of the same message. Use proper grammar and spelling. Don't automatically assume that everyone can speak texting. For example, I might know what LOL means, but when sending an email to my mother, she probably won't have a clue. Follow the TOS, Terms of Service. Keep it PG-13. One thing to keep in mind when writing something: would I let my kids read this? If not, then don't write it. Research your facts, cite the sources. You always want to give credit where credit is due. I hope that through this speech you have learned how important netiquette is and how it can affect you. Remember, the 3 main rules of netiquette are the golden rule, do not type in all caps, and to be honest. I hope that you have found this helpful throughout the rest of our semester.